Hi, Hiking Jim here, and I am going to do a demonstration of the MSR Dragonfly stove. Now, if the windscreen looks a little odd to you, it is. This is not the way you would normally do it. I've got the windscreen just around the tank instead of around the stove. Remember that your windscreen protects the fuel from the heat just as much as it protects the flame from the wind. So I don't want heat going into that tank of gasoline, because that would be bad. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to prime the stove with alcohol. So I'm going to squirt a little alcohol in there, and then I'm going to take my lighter, and I'm going to put the lighter through the priming hole, if I can get it to light. There we go. I don't know if you could hear that, but there was a little thump. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to let that alcohol burn down a little bit, and this is for priming. And as that burns, it's heating the stove up. And pretty soon that stove's going to get hot enough where it can vaporize the gasoline. Now, in order to burn gasoline, it has to vaporize in order to burn it properly. And I can see the alcohol is now boiling, so it's getting pretty hot in there. Anyway, you need enough heat to vaporize the gasoline before it gets to the burner, so when it comes out of the jet in the burner, that it is a liquid, excuse me, a vapor, not a liquid. Now I'm opening it up, and I don't know, you can't probably see it, but the stove is now on, and I am running gasoline through it, and there's a little blue flame there. Now, I've got it on fairly low, but I want you to notice something too. Now, MSR says that a soccer-sized fireball is normal when you prime a stove. Well, gosh, I used alcohol right there, and the stove's running, and I didn't see any soccer-sized fireballs. So, let's turn it up a little bit. Well, you can hear it. I'm sitting right by a creek, so you may not be able to hear it very well. But the Dragonfly, rightfully so, has a pretty good reputation for being a really loud stove. So it's probably a little bit drowned out by the water, but boy, they call this sometimes the conversation killer, because it really can kill a conversation. It is hard to hear yourself think over it. So that's what it sounds like with the roar plate on it. Now I'm going to shut it down, and in another episode I'll show you what it sounds like with the silent burner on it.